Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Miss Taipan, who rapidly digested 2 rats and is definitely in the mood for some others, but I really want to remove her briefly and put her trap box back in so she has a place to hide, and makes it a little easier for me to work in there. But first I've got to get her out because there's no way in hell I can put it in there with her in there. So that's the first task. So we'll try to get her into the bucket as easy as possible. She is quite twitchy and very food oriented right now. Like I said, you know, Saturday night, she hit, you know, one night ago, okay, this is Sunday morning, Friday night I gave her 2 rats, medium rats. She had 2 big lumps, and they're already digested away. So she's ready to feed again, and I'll probably give her something else to eat today, but like I said, the whole idea is to get her out into the bucket without, of course, getting bit. Otherwise, I can't. Fortunately, she's pretty okay with my touch. She doesn't rock it off like other snakes do. And I've got them by the tail.
And she's getting more upset, honey. Why don't you hold her and I'll put that in?
What?
I will put the cage, the box
okay,
in.
since she's not cooperating? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably the simplest.
Alright. So, I'm entertaining her over here in this corner. Yes, that's the problem. You need to remove the glass, sweetheart. Alright. Easy, easy.
Okay, this is not coming out.
Yes,
that's not gonna work, damn it. I think you need the big tub. Yeah, those trap boxes need a better design.
Unfortunately, yes, this is the problem.
The designers need to measure better.
Yes. Also, packing substrate into the corner is having sticks in the way does not really help. This is the bad side of vision cages, among their other defects, is that it can be very, very difficult to get glass in and out as you stack things up. This doesn't stick to the bottom of the glass anymore. This is another problem. Snakes always go up here. They always go down there. So I just place the crap over here. Actually, I'll throw it in this cage, which needs to be sort of cleaned up. that, but it'll give her something to contemplate and give her some time to think. Okay, so she'll move this all about and around. Like I said, fortunately she's generally very easygoing, except when it comes to food or if you actually do something to piss her off, which of course I take great pains in avoiding, because she can be very unforgiving and a very scary snake when she's pissed off. I've had her chase me across the room. When it's come to feeding, oops, let's replace the water dish. So I have a clean one here. The male is a different story. The male is a totally different beast. He's easier to feed, but not quite so forgiving when you handle him. He just doesn't like to be touched. And of course, Mr. Nosy there has to be watching everything. He had his own little adventure last night. I was away for 2 weeks. He didn't get fed for 2 weeks. He was absolutely frantic and crazy feeder yesterday. Came out and visited me and went off about the room and went off like a balloon that you blew up and didn't tie and just let go, and you went but they do that sometimes. So now we'll do something else which the female won't like. It's always nice to have humidity because she's a snake from the jungle, the very moist jungles of Papua New Guinea. So we like to keep her humidity up. I will leave this side dry and just sort of moisten this side down for her. I know she won't appreciate it, but that's where she comes from. So now we will attempt to return her to her cage. And then I will feed her again today because she's very depleted. Hello there. How you doing? Hey, girlie. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. They'll always let you know that they're very displeased with you is they will open their mouth, and that's when you say, okay, time for me to leave. Yeah. There you go. There you go. See, generally speaking, except when she's got food on her mind, she's generally a pretty easygoing girl. Just don't be messing with her when there's food present. I have not touched any rodents today. Oh, this is the wrong glove. Come on. Get your nose back in there. Yes, we didn't want to stick our fingers around the corner in there because when she wants to be, she's incredibly fast. So, she's set. We'll give her some food. She's got her trap box back already. She already knows that's hers. Pretty easy going for a taipan. Like I said, if there's food present, oh my God, that's a very scary snake. When there's no food present, not too bad to handle. Certainly easier to handle than Slinky in there. Well, this morning I come back from a trip and Miss Moojeni, a Brazilian lancehead, has had sort of a flaky shed, and I have the big bucket here to give her a soak. Now these are rainforest tropical snakes, which means that they really hate water. They actually protest and get really pissed off when I spray them down just to help them shed and get a drink and stuff. So because Miss Moojeni is the largest Brazilian lancehead I've ever worked with, she's probably a good 5 foot long snake with huge fangs and lots of very nasty venom. I'm equipped with my razor gaiters to protect my my legs and my instep and stuff. Yes, I should be wearing leather boots, but I don't have a pair that's appropriate right now, so I take whatever precaution I have available. Now these are really nice. You don't want them fitting snug. You want them a little bit on the loose side so you can move and you're not pressing all this stuff up against your skin. It's very hard material, puncture resistant, but that doesn't mean that it's puncture proof. Remember, all these things, as many times as you may possibly want to test them with different things, there's always the possibility of a fang getting through, and the more layers you have, the better the chances that the venom ends up in one of those layers, even though it may go through rather than under your skin. I also have my Midwest heavy snake hook here. Of course, it's nice and laser engraved, customized. We get this from Midwest Tongs. It's very good for handling big, heavy snakes because of this special design which supports a larger area of the snakes. Remember, there's hundreds and hundreds of ribs under that skin, and using just one of these, it puts a lot of pressure on a small area, and this sort of spreads that out. Okay, so that's the briefing. What is planned? Of course, things don't always go as planned when working with venomous snakes. I'll ask Lori to pause for a second and grab the lid to the can because I have a feeling that she will come flying out as soon as she sort of hits the bottom, and it'd be nice to have the lid handy. Now this morning when I came in, I disturbed Miss Moojeni. She was out, but since then has decided to go back into her log, which of course all this makes it extra difficult to extract her, which you will not want to do, right? Huh? Oh, no, I don't. This is a different kind of visit that you're not going to really like. See, that's a snake hook. You very seldom get touched by snake hooks. Obviously, a monster lancehead. Hi, I know, you're like, uh-oh, what's up? A monster lancehead like this is not something that you play with on a regular basis, because this snake can really hurt you very easily, especially when she's like that.
Very fast when they want to.
Yeah, I didn't mean to slap you like that, girl. Okay, and as usual, when there's something in the bucket, I put the hooks on top as a warning that if you open this, you're going to need those hooks. And in this case, you may really need longer hooks. So I'm going to let her soak for a while. I'll tidy up her cage a little bit and put her back in a little while. And hopefully that goes as smooth as this did. But you know, it's really scary seeing a lance head that size sitting on the floor opposing you, because that is a no-joke snake. You know, it may have not been moving very fast at the moment, but those things can just absolutely fly. And not only fly on the ground, but through the air, turn on a dime, and snag you when you don't expect it. So, really scary snake to work with. The only one that's more frightening for me to work with in the collection is the Bothrops asper. Those things are on crack. So, okay, let me tidy up and continue with the day's activities. Okay, Miss Moojeni has soaked in there for quite some time, probably much longer than the 2 seconds she was hoping. Okay, now to get her out. And this is always the interesting part, because one doesn't want their fingers next to the lid. Oh, you took a poop too, huh?
No, she was that upset, huh?
If I could grab a tube and tube her.
Oh, I think she's probably pissed off enough.
Because it would be nice to get that off her back. Maybe she'll move around. Yes, it's not. One just does not poke a Brazilian lion's head. Hi, I know, I see you. I think I am going to get a tube, because I'd really like to get that off and not have it get stuck back on. Better. Hi. I know, I see you. Okay, so I don't have a tube big enough, so she will just have to figure out how to get that off on her own. God, I can almost not even pick her up. She's so heavy. And you know, normally you would like choke up on the hook if it was that heavy. I'm not choking up on that hook.
No, gee, I wonder why.
I'm not going anywhere near that front end. Come on.
Oh! Oh!
Not going anywhere near the rear end either, apparently.
No.
Okay, so you can get that off yourself. It was so nice to play with you today.
Boy, is she pissed.
Yes, well, rub against yourself and maybe you get it off. But regardless, I did my part.
You're on your own.
Ooh. Is she hyper?
Oh, look at the muscle twitching.
Yes, yes, it's like, don't you touch my tushy. Oh yeah. See, gotta love lance heads. They get so hyper, their muscles twitch when you work with them, and they don't want to be worked with. I'm ready to go, dude.
Boy, is she ever.
Wow. All right. Well, let's clear out of here and let her
Calm down.
calm down.
Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving.
Yeah, get the Thorazine ready for her. Your regular tranquilizers are just not quite good enough.